My Movie Recollection with Vincent Cloud.
Matt Hagen.
John Emmett.
And Scotty Allwood with the flailing arms.
Yeah.
Sorry. I won't do that again. Sorry, guys.
Oh my gosh. Flaming arms, it looked like.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this is a podcast where we continue our discussion about Barry Lyndon from last time.
Mhm.
We can do that.
Go ahead, John.
Let's do that.
The one last thing I wanted to say.
Hey, spoilers! I haven't seen that episode yet.
Oh yeah, that is even come out.
that's true.
Yeah. This one's going to be a month after that one.
Oh man. Well, I don't care. The final title card of the movie, the epilogue, it says, "It was in the reign of George III that the aforesaid personages lived and quarreled, good or bad, handsome and ugly, rich or poor, they are all equal now."
Whoa.
So it's like basically like, yeah, this shit you just watched, it doesn't matter. They're all dead. Which
Nihilism.
I thought it was pretty great for the end of a 3-hour long movie.
Is Kubrick very nihilistic? I think in many ways he is. That's
Yeah.
Stop being, what is it? How I Stopped to Worry About the Bomb. Like, doesn't the bombs just go off? That's a down ending. Clockwork, or wait, what happens in Clockwork? Is that a down ending?
that whole thing is nihilistic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Regardless of that. Yeah. Oh man. Maybe. I haven't watched all this
the
stuff.
ending just doesn't make any sense.
That is
Neither good
nihilism.
nor bad.
Hey, how about let's go from a list? You guys can choose from Scott's. Scott.
Yay!
All right.
Okay.
What do we?
Here's the
what do
thing
we
about
need to
my
do?
list. The thing about my list is that I don't have it completed yet. So I have some movies here and there throughout the letters. So you can pick a letter and I don't know, say a
Alright.
number, but
Elmo.
I don't know if I'll.
No, I wanted to
Have
do
a
it.
movie
All right,
for
I'll
it.
give you a number. 3.
Here's the thing about him.
Oh boy!
I have 2 movies for him so far.
Oh well, let's hope I roll one of those.
1 or 2.
1.
Hey, Mallrat. Oh, fuck!
Oh,
Start over.
You fucking newbie.
Oh,
Scott,
How
you
many
really,
episodes of this have I done? I've done multiple episodes. This should not be a thing that
you
I'm
really
doing.
nemetzed that one. Right.
Scott,
All right,
you're
so-
embarrassing me.
Just kidding. It's not that.
Oh.
But it's one
Oh.
word and it starts with M.
Mallrats.
Oh yeah.
He's
No.
good. He's good. If you want to do a different movie, I can though.
No way,
Since we have
man.
the
I
other-
wanna- I want to talk.
Continue our Kevin Smith discussion from. I think it was the same episode as Barry Lyndon. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Can't wait to see it. Just
Say,
be
would
ready
you
for
care
that
for a
episode.
chocolate
Chocolate
pretzel?
covered pretzel. Yes.
Matt liked that quote so much, he made a hoodie out of it. He had that
Yes.
quote on his chest. It was great.
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes,
That's
I
fun.
did.
I
I don't
like
know
that.
A clip
what
art
prompted
hand.
that.
Like this.
Yeah, because that was the only option. I was like, "Do you have one with the fingers spread apart a little more?" But no, they didn't.
Awesome.
Well, how do you guys feel about this movie? How do you feel
Loved
about
it as a
Kevin Smith?
teenager. Loved it as a teenager. Like this was the shit as a teenager. Just something about it. Jason Lee, right? This was Jason Lee, like
Skateboarding's Jason Lee.
skateboarding's Jason Lee. This was him going at it left and right, and then that asshole Ben Affleck character, but just something so cool, something so smooth about it. I think this was kind of felt like Kevin Smith's Quentin Tarantino movie or something. It was just like took place in one setting basically, except for one character's house in the early going, but just took place in one setting and people just going about their day and everybody's quippy and everybody's quick-witted and it was awesome. It was like the perfect teenage hangout movie back in my day.
To this
Saw it
day,
so many
I'm
times.
so sad that Jason Lee didn't have a more of a movie catalog similar to this. Like he went off and did My Name is Earl. I really loved him in that on the TV show. But then he was like doing chipmunk movies, and I'm like, you're so much better than this. You're so much.
And
You
he
have
was
so
like
much
always
more
like
to
the
give.
best friend in movies.
Mhm.
Oh, Vanilla
Stealing
Sky.
Harvard with Tom Green. He was like,
I remember that
"Hey,
one.
come on, you can do better."
I forgot he was in Vanilla Sky.
Yeah,
That's the Tom Cruise one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Cameron Crowe.
Drawing a blank. I saw that. I'm drawing a blank on Jason Lee on that.
Well, quick fun trivia thing. Jason Lee is the reason why the movie starts off with Radiohead's everything in its right place, because he was a big fan of that album, and he told Cameron Crowe, he's like, check this shit out. So yeah, so he put it in the movie. It's great.
Wait, Jason Lee was telling Cameron Crowe to check out some music? I mean, was that always Cameron Crowe's thing?
Yeah. Okay,
That kid is back on the escalator.
It's not a schooner.
Okay, so the other part though, the sad sack was this TS or whatever. Even though I don't really care for the character too much, I did identify because I watched this movie right after a breakup. And I was like, yeah, man, Kevin Smith tells the truth and shit like that. I don't know. I just really, that movie came in at such a good time for me. So I was able to enjoy it that way as well.
What about that breakup scene though, where he farted in her face, and then that's the deal breaker for her.
That was just that was theory. That wasn't. I believe her when she says, you're not doing anything with your life, you have no ambition. Like, she breaks up with him.
She still had fart residue on her face. Why she said that?
Too little, too late. You said I was a good size.
Oh yes,
the effort was too little.
I prefer this over Clerks for sure.
Me
I
too.
don't know how you guys feel about it, but
looking back, like this day and age, I would consider them about the same level. But you know, we grew up in a town that didn't have a mall or anything like that, and these bunch of 20-somethings, like early 20-somethings. So it's just kind of like, boy, this is what life is like, you know, when you live in a town that has a mall and you just hang out at the mall and do whatever the hell you want and hang out with Ben Affleck. Dreamboat.
Go on the dating game.
Go on the dating game. Yes.
Where did we hang out instead, guys?
Good question. Where did we hang out?
We just drove around all the time.
I think we did drive around a lot.
I was gonna mention the laundromat.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We did do that a few times.
We'd make our every 5-day trip to the Walmart and Hollywood Video
or whatever,
and Taco Bell.
Taco Bell was there. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Scott,
but what... I wish I was there. This sounds so fun.
Scott, did you have a mall?
I did not have a mall in my town, but we would go about 20 minutes south of us, and we would go to the theater over there, and that mall's a piece of trash these days. Boy, oh boy.
I think
you won't find me hanging out there.
Yeah, malls are dying, right? I mean, I have Oakwood Mall just like down the street from me, but I don't even go there anymore because
When's the last time you went?
Scare me.
Teenagers scare
the last time I went, I think I went there just to get some food or something. I don't think the last few times I've actually used the mall for its purpose. And by the way, Scott is frozen in time. God.
Well, I live in the land of malls. We've got the Mall of America.
Hell yeah.
Others. They're thriving.
Others. You know what? Should we
actually the Mallrats Mall was the Eden Prairie Mall, which is like 20 minutes from where I live now.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Did you check it out then? Were you able to like, oh, there's the fashionable male?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there till a couple decades later, so I don't know.
How about Shannon Doherty, right? She was a thing back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then she didn't do anything after that, like a lot of actresses.
She was in Charmed. Come on. You ever watch that show, Charmed?
No, never did.
Yeah, me
Heard of
neither.
it.
Yeah, me too.
And what was the other actress's name? Like she was kind of the same way. Like she was in a number of things and then she was just gone.
Yeah, what was her name?
She was
Scott,
in
I know you
some-
have the cover. Read it.
I don't have it on me. I did the list this time.
So she was in a movie with Brad Pitt. Was it Meet Joe Black? That one? I think yeah. I think she was the
Right.
main actress in that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But strange,
Yeah.
strange. Then Ben Affleck would go on to big things.
Yeah, he was nothing but a hood in this movie. Just a big old bully. Yeah.
Are you talking about Joey Adams?
Oh,
Joey Adams.
no, she is in that movie, but we were talking about TS's girlfriend,
Yeah.
whatever her name. I want to call her. I don't know.
Claire?
Claire. That's her character's name, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, hey,
But Joey Lauren Adams, she was the same thing though too. I forgot she was in Mallrats, but that's the same thing. She's in just a number of things for a brief time and then she disappears.
It's too
It's a
bad.
conspiracy.
It's too bad because she was really good in Chasing Amy. It's probably my favorite Kevin Smith movie.
So Kevin Smith, these are all
Whoa.
Miramax, right? These are the early days of Miramax. Harvey Weinstein, boom.
oh, you mean like maybe those three women were like, no, Harvey
Mhm.
Firestein, whatever your name
Mm.
is.
Allegedly.
I thought it was proven. No,
He's on his side.
I just wanted Matt to do his Firestein impression again.
Oh, did I do one?
Yeah,
Harvey
maybe that was.
Firestein.
I was gonna say maybe it's a future episode that hasn't dropped yet.
Damn it. So much good material that's coming my way though. I'm so excited.
I say we get out of the mall. Oh god,
All
that doesn't
right.
work. Shut up.
I think we
You tried,
validate our
tried.
parking and
All right, my list.
all right.
You have letters? I forget.
Oh yeah, letters and then
Oh yeah,
1 through 10.
I'll do a letter. Oh.
Oh, is a good letter.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
7.
Oh.
Where are my O's? Oh, wait.
After the
Oh.
ends, I hope. And before the P.
Oh, 7. Octopussy.
007.
Ooh, shit. All right, cool. 3-word title. Starts with O.
On the waterfront.
Nice, John. Nice.
Really?
Hell
Yeah.
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 Scott, Matt, have you guys seen it? Or John, have you seen it?
Yes.
I have, but it's another one that I saw so long ago that I remember nothing from it.
Saw it in high school.
Yeah.
No idea what this is. No idea at all.
What do you think it
Well,
is?
Yeah.
On the waterfront. I would
Best
assume
picture
it's-
winner, no?
Is it really?
Yeah.
I feel-
Marlon
I
Brando.
feel bad now.
1950s.
Just try and guess. What do you think? Marlon Brando, black and white.
Couple paper boys out there delivering papers. Is that right?
Delivering them
waterfront,
into the
yeah.
water.
Onto the water, mister.
On the paper front.
I could have been somebody. I
Yeah.
could have been a contender, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's where that
Okay.
came
Well,
from.
it's basically about naming names, right? Where they were like, oh, this is communism and tell us this and shit like that. So Kazam, the director,
Alakazam?
Alakazam.
That doesn't
That's
sound
the name,
right.
right? L.A. Kazam.
He pulled Marlon Brando out of a hat and gave him this great role, the iconic line of like, I could have been a contender. But it's about prize fighter Terry Malloy, Marlon Brando. He kind of gets set up to kill this guy who was going to rat out this what would you call it, mobsters in a way, right? They were kind of controlling the on the waterfront or the waterfront.
I definitely remember mobsters. Go on.
Yeah. So the whole thing is like they made Marlon Brando call out this kid and then next thing they knew it, he was thrown off a building or something. And so everyone thinks that Brando did something dirty and shit. And so he's what's her name? Eve Marie Saint, or what's her name? That woman, she's like the brother of the guy. So she's very weary about him, but they have a natural attraction. It's a very well-directed movie, well-written movie. Yeah, I don't know. I would recommend it for sure. I think it's a classic.
That's a very good recollection because I don't remember half of that stuff about it. Did you say something about communism in there? Is there a communism?
Just the idea of don't speak up on bad thing. Like what is it? It's more like a metaphor, I guess. Yeah. Okay. And I don't do metaphors. I'm sorry.
I don't do metaphors, man. It's funny because I was actually thinking about this movie not that long ago because I was like, Marlon Brando, how many movies have I actually seen with Marlon Brando in them? He's supposed to be this classic actor, but I really have not seen a whole lot of movies with Marlon Brando. But this is one, and I really should revisit it because I do remember liking it for what it was. But yeah, I do not recall much of anything.
John, do you recall any image, line? Nothing?
No, not just could have been a contender thing, but that's just so in popular culture. You don't even have to have seen the movie for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that one too. I didn't.
So did Marlon Brando's name actually get pulled out of a hat, or were you just making that?
No, it wasn't. He was up the sleeve. Yeah. Yeah, this hat. You got to look at this hat. See this hat.
I saw one other movie from that era, Streetcar Named Desire, with Brando in it.
Same director.
Yeah. Is that the same director?
Yeah.
But then I was trying to come up with movies I've seen with Marlon Brando, and it's like Apocalypse Now and Godfather, and then what? Don Juan with Johnny Depp. Or
yeah.
I have a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to him because I just hear how he was in his later career. So like I want to appreciate him as an actor, but at the same time, it's like he seemed like a dickhead towards the end of his career.
It's like a dickheaded sloth, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the way it came off. Like the score. The score is a great example. He's just a slug sitting there, whereas Edward Norton is doing his whole Edward Norton thing. I'm Edward Norton in my prime. I'm going to show up De Niro and Marlon Brando. But yeah, I mean, we just have this impression because that's what we get is this guy that really doesn't seem to care and just needs his lines fed to him.
But he did that a lot. Like that was just his thing. He was like, I believe I want to be spontaneous. I want to see these lines, but he was very good at that. Like, that was his preference. Although it's very annoying, I'm sure, for others. Like Robert Duvall had to hold his dialogue or like hanging off his chest during his scenes and stuff in Godfather, But Brando's always been that. He's a very complicated man. This is like he's done some shit where he's like Woody Allen to me, But if you enjoy the craft of acting, he is by far my favorite actor. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Big statement.
Did not know that. Yeah.
Yippers.
Again, just seeing what we saw out of him in his late career. I don't know how I could ever put him anywhere near my favorite actor.
Oh yeah.
So have you seen a lot of his stuff then, Vince? Have you seen a lot of his earlier career and all that stuff?
I've a fair amount of the 50s era. That was his prime, but then he came back in the 70s with the Godfather win, and and by the way, he won an Oscar for On the Waterfront and years later for Godfather. But then yes, in his later years, especially when he starts packing on the pounds, it was truly bizarre. This is a man who is rich beyond, like he's not living in this world anymore. He's really spacey and shit, like Jim Carrey now.
I do feel like if I had that much money and that much already like accolades, like I would just be like, I don't give a fuck either. Like, you want me to come up? Tell me my line. Hey, you look good in that dress. What's the next line? Great, let's move on.
But yeah,
What
just
takes?
the amount of stuff this guy could get away with just because he was Marlon Brando, you know, it almost feels like he was purposely pushing buttons, you know.
Seeing what he could get away with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah.
we can move on. Who's list?
Okay. Mine. I got it here.
All right.
1 through 60 and a 1 through 60.
23.
Alphabetical. 23.
Go ahead, Scott.
23.
Oh!
23. Oh.
Speaking of Jim Carrey. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Yeah. What if it was that movie?
Oh my God.
Oh man, now I wish it was.
Ah,
Okay.
Lied to us.
tell his sweet little lies.
It starts with a G.
Ah,
It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 words in it.
Jesus, that's a
It has a
lot of
colon
words.
in it.
Gone in
No.
60 seconds.
Oh.
Colon goner.
Let's see. What do I want to give away?
Gone with the Wind, but all the touchy materials taken out.
I don't give a damn.
Is that
Okay.
the clue?
It
Yeah.
came out this year. It came out this year.
Oh, geez.
Oh, Godzilla
No.
King. No, shit.
Hmm.
Anyone in it?
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
you
his
wouldn't
actors.
believe.
Edward Norton. We were just talking about him. Nobody, huh?
Gee,
How
I
about-
just don't know.
Let me go
Not
higher.
up to date.
Daniel Craig.
Oh,
Good night,
Glass
Out.
Onion.
Glass
Glass
Onion.
Onion.
Yes,
Knives Out.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery is the official
Ah,
title.
Okay.
yes. Never saw it.
I did. I saw Knives Out, did not see Glass Onion.
Scott.
I have not seen it either.
Okay. What is it?
I actually read
I kinda
spoilers about
don't
it
want
though.
you
So.
to give away too much of it because I do want to
Pass.
see it.
Pass. He wants to see it. We can't talk
Oh.
about it. Movie.
No,
Daniel Craig solves a snappily written movie mystery.
It is snappily written. Yes. I liked it quite a bit. It's not as good as the original. Edward Norton plays a good asshole. He usually does. He usually does. I would say it's very subversive because there's a mystery that's playing out, but then it gets solved like halfway through the movie, and then there's like something more built on top of that. I'm not going to go any more than that. But yeah, everything fits together extremely well. It's like a puzzle, man. So yeah, I liked it. Check it out. Recommend it.
Well, I didn't watch Knives Out, guys.
Well, yeah, because you haven't seen any movies.
that's really sad because that one was fun.
Yeah, okay, but so I like the writer. What's his name? The guy who
Ryan
made it.
Johnson's the director.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, didn't he write it as well? I thought he
Yes.
was writing these too.
He
So
did.
I
I'm
liked
looking at it.
Brick. I liked Looper, and then I hated
Loved Last Jedi.
Jedi, The Last Jedi. And then
too.
after that, I couldn't. I just didn't want to give him a shot. Yeah. So I haven't tried those.
Well, you can't judge a guy based on his Star Wars movie.
All right.
Yeah, that's certainly not how I judge George Lucas.
Right?
I don't know. I'm sure it's good, but Edward Norton, a good asshole. I'm coming up
Mhm.
blank. When other times was he the bad guy?
In
I didn't
real
see
life.
American history.
Because
Yeah.
he's very difficult to
Yeah,
work
I
with, is
mean-
what I've heard.
Not necessarily the bad guy, but he's just a really good asshole. Rounders.
Oh, I gotta rewatch
The
that.
Score, he's got kind of an asshole thing going on.
Never so. Oh no. What? Really?
Oh,
The
definitely.
Score?
Yeah. Yeah, he comes off like an asshole.
I gotta rewatch.
Let's see. What was the Italian Job? The Italian Job? Yeah, complete asshole in
I
that
only
one.
saw clips. Damn it. All right, but I believe you. I'm just curious.
Oh, he's got
Ah.
that. He's got that vibe about him. He just, yeah, you know.
Well, like
He's an
Scott
asshole.
said, he's a real life asshole, right? Like he's very fucking
That's what I've read.
Yeah,
I mean, I
me
don't
too.
know.
Oh yeah, he has a reputation for various things. Like he took over American History X because he didn't like the way it was being edited or something. So he ended up going into the editing room and making his own version. And I think
What
that's the
about
one that
all
was
the
released. I don't know for sure.
Holy shit, that's
what about
awesome.
all the Wes Anderson movies he's in? Is he a asshole in any of those?
I don't really think so. I think he's probably calmed down, like saying, well, if I'm going to stick around this business, I'm just going to latch on to Wes Anderson, you know? I mean, Wes Anderson's a guy, he's a very precise guy. So it's just let Wes Anderson do his thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only room for one asshole on this set. Next, since we don't want to go too deeply.
Well, yeah.
All right.
3 of you haven't seen it, so move on.
Scott, number 1 through 13.
12.
Vince, a number 1 through 6.
5.
Matt, number 1 through 12.
Ignoring
3
Vince's
levels.
numbers.
9. 3 levels.
Ooh, okay. 2 words, starts with T.
The Thing.
It's a remake.
The Thing.
It's a Western.
Does it start with the?
The Thing.
It does not start with the.
Oh, all right.
Western.
I don't know a lot of Westerns.
But it's like I said, it's a remake, so it's somewhat more modern.
Django Unchained? Is that that's the only Western I know of recent.
Like the T is silent as well.
Do you want the director or main actor?
Actor.
Jeff Bridges.
True Grit.
True Grit.
Yes, sir.
Fucking
Nice.
love
Coen
True
Brothers.
Grit. Love it. Top 5 Western movies for me.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was good. I enjoyed
I'd
it.
say I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I've totally seen it too, so don't make me guess it.
no.
I have not seen it, unfortunately. I saw the previews. It looked like it would be all right, but not a huge
You've
Jeff
only
Bridges fan.
seen the original.
Yeah. I don't mess with remakes when it comes to True Grit.
Mhm.
No, I have
Scott,
no
are
idea
you
what it's about.
Are you a Coen Brothers dude?
I'm not.
Are you a Coen brother?
I'm not even like a Wes Anderson fan, really, either.
Are you a fan of the motion picture?
I've heard good things. I've heard good things.
Because it turns out these are some of the best people making them these days.
Yeah.
Guess what it's about, man. Just from images that you remember.
They ride horses, and there's like a kid involved, and
Yeah, there is.
then they're friends with the girl, the kid. I think it was a girl. I'm just trying to remember the trailer at this point. I have no idea what it's about.
That's good. That's good.
John, Matt, have you guys seen the original? I have not.
No.
I think I did. I think like my dad or my grandma or someone had it on as a kid, but I don't remember anything from it in normal fashion.
So this movie really, like the Coen brothers dialogue, as always, is very fun. It's very, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Kind of scoops you up and they're like, hey, we're gonna be talking this way. And but even though it seems boring, like when Haley when the girl is negotiating with that old dude.
Vince, what the hell is the movie about? I guessed, and you didn't tell me what was going on.
It's a 2-hour-long negotiation movie. Oh, so the ranch hand kills this girl's father and takes off, and she's like, God damn it, I want revenge.
Okay.
and then hires Bridges, Rooster Cogburn, to go find him because he's described out of all the bounty hunters, like he's the most effective, even though his the way he does things, his approach is questionable. Like we open up with him being investigated, right? About like killing people.
I don't remember that.
Jesus Christ. So alone. I feel so alone.
Yeah,
in this
so going
movie.
back to that dialogue, I remember it really striking me. They never used contractions, I felt like.
Ah,
I do not agree with you, sir. Like, you know what like they'd always say out the full words, and that just really struck me. I'm like, is that how cowboys talked? Like, that seems like more effort.
I think it was so striking how Haley Steinfeld just burst onto the scene and was she just putting Jeff Bridges in her place and Matt Damon in her place, and she just it's like, whoa, who the hell is this? And I mean, I think that was her first movie. I mean, that was her breakout.
Yeah. Then you have what is it? It's violent, like where it needs to be. You know, you are reminded that because the girl, she at first is like, oh, this is an adventure, right? She kind of gets that way a little bit until the violence starts to happen, and you are reminded that she is in fact a girl. She's a tough one, but she's a younger girl. Oh man, this was so good. I love that movie immediately.
Yeah, that's what's most memorable about it is there are consequences to actions, and this is a movie that makes you feel that. I've only seen it the once. I really need to see it again. There's a number of Coen Brothers movies I need to see again.
She loses an arm, no?
Yes.
Snake bite or something.
Yeah. Oh man, and that part was super freaky because like you're dealing with guns, and then she just falls down this mine, and you could hear like the fight going on above her, and then all of a sudden she's looking at these dead bodies, but they start to move, and it's a fucking snake inside there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's horrifying. And then the last bit is just him trying to rush her to the town, you know, and he's like running the horse dead, you know, the horse actually does die, and then he just carries her, and it's fucked up, but it's very good. Very, very good.
One thing that was shocking was Josh Brolin. So he was coming off of No Country for Old Men, where he's, you know, the heroic type, and then he's just this weird talking coward dude, and it was just very kind of off-putting and very strange. I didn't know what to make of that, but looking back, it's probably a pretty genius move. But
that still is very strange. Like, who are you? Like, I don't know what he's doing with his voice in his face. Yeah, it's very bizarre. Barry Peppercorn is in there. He's barely in it, but he's an effective villain.
Barry Peppercorn, who the heck is that?
He's a guy. He's a man. He's been in shit, but like he barely gets the chance to shine. And this is one of those few times they kind of put him in like, oh, you're like agent number 2 or something like that. But yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you thinking of Barry Pepper and then you just added the corn at the end? That's awesome. I love that.
Oh yeah, good old Barry Peppercorn. He's one of my favorites.
I like to grind him above my plate. Is that what peppercorn is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, time to dip out since the enthusiasm
they
has also
truly
dipped.
Well, I mean, you say you love this
grit.
movie. I mean, where is this? Where is this on the Coen Brothers list for you? Like, is this? It's Barry Pepper, you asshole! You made me think there was a Barry Peppercorn. I had to look it up now. Of course, I know who Barry Pepper is.
Big Lebowski is my favorite.
Mm.
This might be number 2.
Ooh, way up there, huh?
Yeah.
Way up.
What about you guys? What about you fools?
It's in the middle there somewhere. Because
it's definitely one I want to revisit more than some others, but yeah, hard to top the Big Lebowski for sure.
I've only seen Fargo and Big Lebowski, so Fargo was my choice of what I preferred.
Oh, you betcha. Yeah, betcha. Oh, yeah. Fargo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Ooh, that's a good one there. Yeah. Well, you know, I want y'all to subscribe and like and comment because this was my movie recollection, don't you know? And this was Vincent Cloud.
Matt Hagen.
And I'm John Nemitz.
Scotty Elwood. Fire.
I'm glad that 2 you came to play, or 2 of us.
I didn't know this movie. I'm sorry.